How many of y'all have ever been to the great city of New York in the state of New York? It offers a great variety of cultural events, attractions that draw millions of tourists each year, including Christmas. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the World Trade Center, the Statue of Liberty, and the Empire State Building. I'm going to first begin by talking about the plane ride over there. It approximately took 4 hours to get from Atlanta to the city of New York on Delta. The first thing I saw as we entered New York City was the tallest building, and that is the Empire State Building, which we would visit later on in the week. As soon as we get there, we unpack all of our things and head to the hotel to unpack and get ready for the day's event. It was really cold, and we were all wearing sweatshirts and long pants and toboggans on our head. The first attraction that we went to was the Statue of Liberty. We got on a ferry boat, and it was so cold that we had to go get hot chocolate just so our mouths wouldn't go numb. As we were riding, it started to rain, and we started to get really cold, but we saw Staten Island and the statue from far off. As soon as we got there, we unloaded and walked around, but we could not go into the statue because it could collapse because of old age, and the copper was rusting, and that is why it was a turquoise color. After we visited, we walked around the store inside and where it was warm and got some hot chocolate, more hot chocolate, and I bought a souvenir of the statue, and it was like basically a lighter that did the flame where the statue was holding the torch. We go back. The next day, we go to the World Trade Center, which was the best event of all because I got to see all the monuments of the people who risked their lives, such as the police officers and the ambulance and even the firefighters. I also got to see the monuments of the people who died tragically in the World Trade Centers that went down on September 11th, 2001. We walked around there and noticed all the sights, and there was just a great big hole where where the towers used to stand not too long ago. We go back, and not many words are spoken because we're just surprised at how massive those two buildings were and the amount of people that lost their lives that day. It was truly a tragic event. The next day, on a brighter note, we woke up and went to the tallest building in New York, which is the Empire State Building. We waited in line for over 2 hours just so we could ride the elevator to the top, which consisted of 80 stories. It had 120 stories, but we only got to go up 80 because 120 was unsafe. When we get to the top, we overlook the rail, and it is ungodly high. We can look over, and you can see New Jersey and part of New York. You can also see the river which runs through New York City. The people look like little ants crawling out of an anthill, and the cars looked like little Hot Wheels riding around, and it was crazy. Overall, my trip to New York was by far the best vacation I've ever been on because of all the attractions such as the Statue of Liberty, the World Trade Center, and the Empire State Building. I encourage anyone to go to New York City and visit these sites because they are a sight to see and they are part of our history. Thank you.